Hello everybody. Continuing with our Canteen Crasher saga, I'm seeing a lot of participation to this huge community event. Despite it's still labeled as beta, I think you can enjoy it fully already. And there are lots of maps and lots of missions you are welcome with, while you are going to choose which contract to perform on each one. Since the total of missions is more than 20, I think that you can check in your tour tab of the Canteen Crasher website. I've decided to condense a brief review of maps and mission, 3 or 4 at a time. This time I'm going to show you 3 maps I've never spoken of, as they were not part of the Titanium Tank Tour, nor past events either. So the maps we are going to cover today starts with Calico, Shiverpeak and then Hideout. For each one you'll be greeted by a brief flyby and a short condensed version of my gameplay, trying to complete one of another of the contracts making Canteen Crasher. So let's start with Calico map, Scabby Subordination's mission. About the map, its main asset is the theater made of stone at our spawn area. You ought not to see it that often, but considering the mission you are going to play in, it will definitely happen sometimes. This part of the mission is not that peculiar. Robots have little variation to those you are used with in normal bounce-made mission. You might find some randomizer like combos, like flare gun giant heavies, but not so many.
Doing good work, boys.
But when you get mid-wave onward, you start seeing very peculiar and unseen robots, like those giant soldiers with massive rocket direction spread. That's massive. Perfect for pyro reflecting, you say. As the mission progresses, you see more and more scary bosses, like the ones at the final wave. A giant heavy firing rockets, no joking, complemented with a ultra fast firing man-melter giant pyro. Holy hell, that's like infinite laser melting everything. Of course, all of that while dealing with incoming ultra armored tanks, that is. We managed to beat those after a couple of trials. I can say the final part of this mission is easy, not even close. About the map, Calico itself is clearly unfinished. Lack of environment outside the playing field, a lot of visual bugs, but it looks promising, with its 2-port ambience. Still, I do not call it a masterpiece. This is a word I keep for something underground grade, no less. Now, time for the next map mission under review. Time for Shiverpeak, whose map Canteen Crasher has several missions for. This one is Smissmas Lay. There might be other missions for this map in the Canteen Crash campaign. The map itself is very well designed, sort of Bar Blitz themed, I'd say. Snow and hole. Lots of outside areas as well as inside, as your team is forced to push back. Playing high ground as NG is a must, as you cover pretty much all the possible entrances of the robots. Of course, your dispenser must stay on ground for your team. If kept on the left, you might be good replenished of ammo by it, but generally right-hand placement is preferred by the team as it's covered better. The ammo boxes around you should suffice your metal refill needs. Interesting enemies, like the rotating punching heavies, reminiscent of old Valve's Mecha Engine boss, but there are a lot of more in variety. I'm using map and mission for sure. If you have a team capable of keeping the enemy horde confined in the first part, it should be easy to complete all the money collecting contracts as a scout. On the other hand, if the team can't, you'll have a hard time, as the map is pretty long. And now the last map mission of the bunch for today. The map is Hideout and features a single mission in it, as of now, in the campaign. The map heavily uses props being made available in the Valve's Jungle update, models and sounds. Overall, it's a nice map and the mission is very well balanced. I had mixed bag feelings with it, depending on the random team I was with. Sometimes it appeared overwhelmingly hard, and we got steamrolled. Sometimes With a different team, we could hold the first part the whole game. By definition, it's not the easiest mission of the campaign though, but a very well designed one. The waves filled of soldiers, each one paired with a different vaccinator medic, immune to a given type of damage, will require your team to choose wisely the damage dealing classes to play. And a lot of Uber medics all along the other waves will require a good amount of planning, like a good ammoman or gas passer pyro before anything.
Attention engineers, we've got the sentry buster.
So, that's pretty much what you'll encounter in those 3 maps missions. Mind you, Shiverpeak had at least 3 different missions offered for the same map, so your mileage may vary. What do you think of Canteen Crasher as a whole? I think it's definitely a better product than Titanium Tank, which required just 6 missions to be completed, and you were all set. The game ended. On the contrary, beating the 20+ missions in Canteen Crasher is just scratching the peak of the iceberg, as you must gain hundreds of star points to get the rewards under the form of rare medals. You gain 100 points, take silver medal. You take 150, take the gold medal, just as an example. The format of Canteen Crasher might increment day after day. It's even possible the creators, the potato.tf, will add other contracts or different missions or different maps entirely in the future. Maybe at some point they'll require Valve to add an additional medal for whom has completed more contracts than the original ones. We'll see. For sure, the playtime of the whole Canteen Crasher campaign is huge. And, I won't stress enough, they were so smart to leave the contract picking always open. You can swap contracts among classes or intra-class at wish. Just you need to be in a setup phase midway. So you complete your basic scout, select advance, then a guy leaves and you might swap classes because you need an engine and can pick a contract suited for him. At wish. Very free, very open. A lot more desirable than the close-in way Valve has always made their contracts. Gun Medal, Jungle Inferno or whatnot. Big thanks to the MvM community to include such a wonderful maps and missions. I'll selectively review in the coming videos. They are wonderful. Hope the possibility to even see unreleased Steam Workshop items equipped by the robots will come soon enough. I have the feeling the Halloween event will have an update to Canteen Crasher as well. Spooky MvM is best MvM. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.